wicked havoc. Me and you, 1-on-1, buried alive!
And there it is!
I am on a mission to prove I am one of the best in the world. Anybody in ProSouth, anybody who wants to come to ProSouth, I am willing to give anybody a shot at the All-Antarctic Championship next week.
I know that it's a certain special little girl's birthday next week. So I'm cordially inviting you and everyone else to Harley Haven's Tragic Birthday Bash Take 2. And I promise I will give you a birthday that you will remember forever!
Ace Haven! Right across the throat. And that is it! Can he beat Silva? Oh no!
We both won the Battle Rumble, so you deserve an opportunity as well. But after me, dealing with a rock star in his belt collecting era. I would like to welcome you to the funeral of Sean Christopher.
I want to put you in the ground. Wicked havoc. Me and you, 1-on-1, buried alive!
And there it is!
I am on a mission to prove I am one of the best in the world. Anybody in ProSouth, anybody who wants to come to ProSouth, I am willing to give anybody a shot at the All-Antarctic Championship next week.
I know that it's a certain special little girl's birthday next week. So I'm cordially inviting you and everyone else to Harley Haven's Tragic Birthday Bash Take 2. And I promise I will give you a birthday that you will remember forever!
Ace Haven! Right across the throat. And that is it! Can he beat Silva? Oh no!
We both won the Battle Rumble, so you deserve an opportunity as well. But after me, dealing with a rock star in his belt collecting era. I would like to welcome you to the funeral of Sean Christopher.
I want to put you in the ground. Wicked Havoc. Me and you. 1-on-1. Buried alive!
And there it is!
I am on a mission to prove I am one of the best in the world. Anybody in ProSouth, anybody who wants to come to ProSouth, I am willing to give anybody a shot at the All-Antarctic Championship next week.
I know that it's a certain special little girl's birthday next week. So I'm cordially inviting you and everyone else to Harley Haven's Tragic Birthday Bash Take 2. And I promise I will give you a birthday that you will remember forever!
Ace Haven, right across the throat, and that is it. Can he beat Silva? Oh no!
We both won the Battle Rumble, so you deserve an opportunity as well. But after me, dealing with a rock star in his belt collecting era. I would like to welcome you to the funeral of Sean Christopher.
I want to put you in the ground. Wicked Havoc. Me and you. 1-on-1. Buried alive!
And there it is!
I am on a mission to prove I am one of the best in the world. Anybody in ProSouth, anybody who wants to come to ProSouth, I am willing to give anybody a shot at the All-Antarctic Championship next week.
I know that it's a certain special little girl's birthday next week. So I'm cordially inviting you and everyone else to Harley Haven's Tragic Birthday Bash Take 2. And I promise I will give you a birthday that you will remember forever!
Ace Haven, right across the throat, and that is it. Can he beat Silva? Oh no!
We both won the Battle Rumble, so you deserve an opportunity as well. But after me, dealing with a rock star in his belt collecting era. I would like to welcome you to the funeral of Sean Christopher.
I want to put you in the ground. Wicked Havoc. Me and you. 1-on-1. Buried alive!
And there it is!
I am on a mission to prove I am one of the best in the world. Anybody in ProSouth, anybody who wants to come to ProSouth, I am willing to give anybody a shot at the All-Antarctic Championship next week.
I know that it's a certain special little girl's birthday next week. So I'm cordially inviting you and everyone else to Harley Haven's Tragic Birthday Bash Take 2. And I promise I will give you a birthday that you will remember forever!
Ace Haven! Right across the throat. And that is it! Can he beat Silva? Oh no!
We both won the Battle Rumble, so you deserve an opportunity as well. But after me, dealing with a rock star in his belt collecting era. I would like to welcome you to the funeral of Sean Christopher.
I want to put you in the ground. Wicked Havoc. Me and you. 1-on-1. Buried alive!
And there it is!
I am on a mission to prove I am one of the best in the world. Anybody in ProSouth, anybody who wants to come to ProSouth, I am willing to give anybody a shot at the All-Antarctic Championship next week.
I know that it's a certain special little girl's birthday next week. So I'm cordially inviting you and everyone else to Harley Haven's Tragic Birthday Bash Take 2. And I promise I will give you a birthday that you will remember forever!
Ace Haven! Right across the throat. And that is it! Can he beat Silva? Oh no!
We both won the Battle Rumble, so you deserve an opportunity as well. But after me, dealing with a rock star in his belt collecting era. I would like to welcome you to the funeral of Sean Christopher.
I want to put you in the ground. Wicked Havoc. Me and you. 1-on-1. Buried alive!
And there it is!
I am on a mission to prove I am one of the best in the world. Anybody in ProSouth, anybody who wants to come to ProSouth, I am willing to give anybody a shot at the All-Antarctic Championship next week.
I know that it's a certain special little girl's birthday next week. So I'm cordially inviting you and everyone else to Harley Haven's Tragic Birthday Bash Take 2. And I promise I will give you a birthday that you will remember forever!
Ace Haven, right across the throat, and that is it. Can he beat Silva? Oh no!
I would like to welcome you to the funeral of Sean Christopher.
I want to put you in the ground. Wicked Havoc. Me and you. 1-on-1. Buried alive!
And there it is!
I am on a mission to prove I am one of the best in the world. Anybody in ProSouth, anybody who wants to come to ProSouth, I am willing to give anybody a shot at the All-Antarctic Championship next week.
I know that it's a certain special little girl's birthday next week. So I'm cordially inviting you and everyone else to Harley Haven's Tragic Birthday Bash Take 2. And I promise I will give you a birthday that you will remember forever!
Ace Haven, right across the throat, and that is it. Can he beat Silva? Oh no!
We both won the Battle Rumble, so you deserve an opportunity as well. But dealing with a rock star in his belt collecting era.
Episode 653, Last Rites. I am the Orc of Ominous. The Wicked Nemesis is being joined by my tag partner, Matthias Darkthorn. Matthias, how are you doing this evening?
Welcome to ProSouth Wrestling, Last Rites, live on YouTube, and here, the ProSouth.
Well, as per usual, I'm being cut off by James Hardy,
Palace.
so I'm right at home.
At this time, please welcome.
This is the part where you say who or what. We're starting off with King's Court. So we are starting off huge.
There's one thing that's a given with King's Court. There are no givens.
Anything can happen.
Unpredictable.
Especially at King's Court, because anything and everything has happened. You never know what to expect. Especially when you have people on King's Court as volatile as Sean Christopher and Damian Seratone. Especially the relationship they've been having of late. And right now, it's the King of the South.
Celebrating 15 years of professional wrestling.
Come on, James.
He's got to suck up. He's got to hold the ropes open. Thank you, Ace. He took the mic. I've never been the biggest Ace Haven fan. I am today.
Ace already has his throne out here. We are set up in the middle of the ring, starting it off with a bang.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, in just a few moments, I'm going to bring two men out here who have had a rivalry possibly unmatched in the entire history of this company. And next week, they're going to settle it. First ever ProSouth Buried Alive match. Now, for the uneducated, here's how a Buried Alive match works. We're going to go out there where we put the death pit, and we're going to dig a 6-foot deep grave. Christopher, Damian Seratone, one of them's going to get dumped in that grave, and they're going to get covered with dirt. And the other man standing at that point, that's your winner. So at this time, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the leader of Atonement, the champion of champions, Damian Seratone.
Champion of champions, Damian Seratone. Man who's had quite a lot to say of late.
This isn't the first time we'll see a member of Atonement. Well, it's the first time, but not the last. Kristen Pierce in the main event, that trios tournament match we got coming on. Nobody does trios better than ProSouth, as you said before we went live.
Absolutely no one does. But right now, the leader of Atonement, champion of champions, and has been throwing out offers to join. First to Sean Christopher, now to Sean Christopher's other half, his queen, Ravenna Vane. We've yet to hear a definitive answer from Ravenna either.
As you said last week, the look on her face was disgusted. She had a match taken away from her. She had a chance to be a champion, or at least compete for a championship. Sean had other ideas. Are they on the same page?
Well, we'll find out.
You see Seratone there. Seratone has to be apprehensive for this Buried Alive match. Will he get his 7 pounds of flesh?
Or will he bury it 6 feet under? High five, Genesis.
Ladies and gentlemen, now at this time, please welcome your YouTube champion, the King of the Dead, Sean Christopher.
In the House of Flies, the maggots stand at the bottom. The King of the Dead rose from the dead last week in a surprise, jumping Serotonin from behind.
We had not seen Sean Christopher since his last man standing match against the champion of champions.
And there he is, Ravena with him.
Still looking less than enthused.
Well, she could be less enthused if she wants to. At least she's out here with him, showing support for her man. She is standing by her man. What lies in store for these two men next week? What lies in store for them tonight in King's Court? There it is. A little friction between them.
Ravena refusing to do the entrance. Gotta wonder what that's about.
The crowd directly behind Sean Christopher. Sean asking for a chair. Setting it right beside him. Asking Ravena to sit down. Ace in his
I
throne.
don't know if you caught that. She said if I wanted a chair, I'd have got one.
Oh,
All right, gentlemen.
damn.
We're here tonight in the King's Court to answer some questions. We're here tonight in the King's Court to maybe get a little more clarity on the way events have managed to unfold over the past few months. And we're here in the King's Court for both you men to give your last rites before next week's history-making Buried Alive match. So at this time, I'm going to turn the floor over to you gentlemen.
Sean will be the first to talk.
Well, since we're all here, I have a question for you, Ace Haven. As the King of the South, and as we all know, you and Amy Haven, you have put so much blood and sweat and tears to make this place what it is. You run this place. Why, when this man smashed my brains in the middle of this ring and then revealed to the whole world that he was the one who had me ran down in this parking lot, why does he still work here? Why does he still have a job? Because I love you like a father and you say you love me like a son. Why do you let this man still walk around?
That's a fantastic question. Creating a bad work environment. I still say it was Ace Haven. Got to show me more evidence.
Okay. That's a good point, and I figured you would eventually come to me and ask that. So I'm going to give you the clarity that you seek on that. About 5 years ago, pretty close to this same time, there was a little period of time where the Chosen Ones made a pretty good habit of kicking your ass every week.
Uh-oh.
Now, while I've had a change of heart, and while me and you are on a lot better terms now than we were then, the unfortunate side effect of that is when I was in full power, I gave myself, Big Tomb, and Damian Serotonin ironclad ProSouth contracts, meaning there is nothing this man can do to be relieved of his contractual duties to this brand. But at the same time, you get to reap the benefits of that. Because if this man was not here right now, if this man was not here next week, there would be no Buried Alive match. There would be no way for you to enact your revenge if he was just fired. Is that the way you want to walk away from this? Damian Serotonin gets a pink slip while you hide behind Dad?
Ironclad. You heard it.
You're right. You make a good point. A very, very good point, because that's not how I do things, not how I've ever done things, and it's certainly not how we're going to end this.
But Damien, now that I have a moment to talk to you, I want you to know that next week it is a certainty that I am going to end your life. Right here, in front of these people, because you ran me down, well, you had me ran down in that parking lot, and I'm sure that you were responsible for that clip being played over and over again. Oh, here's a POV, here's another angle, let's play it again. And then, not only then, did you squash my head like a watermelon in the middle of this ring in front of every one of these people. You humanized me, you humiliated me, and you humbled me, Damien, and nobody does that. And you've done it twice. So, I'll give you your credit. I'll give you your credit, but you know where you went wrong? Where you always go wrong, Damien, because you did it. You ended me, but what happened? You didn't have enough, because I was gone. And where did your attention go? Other than my queen, Ravenna Vane. Just like it always has been, your greed will be your undoing. Because there's something to be said about always having another move, Damien Serotonin, and always wanting more, and never being satisfied with what you have. But there's also something known as overeating, Damien. Making your plate too full. And now this plate is going to invite these people, the same people you invited to my funeral, I'm inviting them to yours next week.
Vanity, definitely my favorite sin. Strong words from Sean Christopher.
You want to talk about greed. Let's talk about it, because greed sits right in front of you. And it's not me. No. It's that YouTube title that sits right there. You know why? Because you even said, this is deeper than the YouTube championship. But then when she had her opportunity to be the YouTube champion, and I told her all she had to do was accept. All she had to do was be at one with Atonement. And she would have been the YouTube champion. You stepped in. Your greed is the reason that you're even here right now. Because your offer was off the table, Sean. At no point did I have anything left for you. As a matter of fact, I thought I was doing everyone a favor getting rid of you. Yeah. Not only Ravenna, but maybe even Ace Haven. Because as much as he hates to admit it, he says you're like a son to him. But we still don't have answers, do we? We still don't have answers to how much you knew about your brother kidnapping his wife. Yeah, we're on this. We still don't have answers, Sean. We don't have answers to why, when you came in, all of those other guys came in, and then when you got put down, all of them left. So, is it your fault? Is it your fault that we suffer here? Is it your fault that he had trust and he believed in something else, in doing business, in making plans, in welcoming you home and bringing others in, only to see your downfall, and they left too? Because I knew deep inside me, Sean, I knew inside myself, when you got ran down in the parking lot, it wasn't just for me. It was for everyone in that locker room. It was for him. Because you came back and you brought a cancer into this ring. A cancer that has responded with your greed with you and your undying will to be the YouTube champion, your undying will to take the opportunities that someone else could have if you were not here.
All right. We're going to have a little bit of decorum in the King's Court. Because, first off, I have all the respect for you in the world, and you know that. But that is not that man's cross to bear. You cannot hold his family tree against him. He can't control that. And unfortunately, he can't always control the people that are associated with him. Because when I think cancer, I don't think Sean Christopher. When I think cancer, I think those people that left. When I think cancer, I think the people that run down in Jacksonville. When I think cancer, I think about the people we shut down in Gadsden. That's what I think about. Now, you guys can have your little words all you want to, and that's fine. That's why we're here. But I will be damned if you will put that man in the same breath with those people.
What does he mean, those people?
I think Damien may have struck a nerve.
He has a fault too, and I'm going to name it right now. He looks at you, and he still sees 15-year-old Sean Christopher that stepped in this ring, that he helped train, that he helped make who he is. But that's not the Sean you are anymore, is it? No, it's not. But he doesn't see that hate that breeds inside you. He doesn't see the anger that's inside you. I saw it. I saw it on top of fear when I crushed your head with this chair. I saw the anger when you walked in here. And I saw the anger in your eyes, even though you could barely hold them open after I crushed your head with that chair when I told you that it was my fault that you got ran down. But guess what? Guess why it was my fault, Sean? Because you needed that brought out of you. When the Killbilly put skewers in your head over here, you let him walk away. And I thought it was her. And really, it was you the whole time. Inside, you didn't have what it took anymore. You let him walk away. So yeah, when he came back and he wanted your attention, I met him in that parking lot and I said, this is how you get it. Make sure he can walk again. Make sure he can stand again. Run him down. And make him run you down. Because there's something inside of you that the rest of these people don't see, that I see, that I know. That even if you don't join atonement, it's coming. It's coming. It's gonna come out. Because something that you don't realize, you say you'll put an end to my life next week. You'll put me in a grave next week. Even if you are able to bury me, will you be able to bury what it creates inside you? I don't think so. You know why? Because you were able to jump right back up in front of the opportunities that I gave someone else. Because you needed to feel like you were a king. And still, I gave an opportunity to someone else. I was done with you. So the question is no longer for you, Sean. I'll worry about burying you when I have to. The question is for Ravenna. I never got my answer. No. I think
he's talking to me.
Oh.
Damien, your offer is not lost on me. At all. But I need you to understand what you're asking of me is a lot. I have a lot of thinking to do. And I need you to understand that I have always put you first. I have always done everything for you, and for once I'm for myself. As far as my answer goes,
It's blackout. The lights have
are
went out here at the ProSouth Palace.
Ravenna, right now you have an opportunity of a lifetime, and you just want to throw it away. Hey, that's fine by me, because regardless of what Damien Serotonin says, I don't believe you have what it takes anyways. Being the First Lady of Atonement, at least I know what I bring to the table, and I'm a professional wrestler, unlike you. What are you going to do? What do you have to offer? Are you going to walk us down to the ring like you do Sean Christopher? Are you going to put some makeup on us and make us look good? No. I think you're just here to come in and try to manipulate us and tear us apart one by one. But that's not going to happen. So, since you, Ravenna, want to play wrestler, how about I challenge you to a match at Wicked Havoc? You want to be a wrestler, Ravenna? Let's be wrestlers.
Charlie.
It seems like now you have more than just me to answer to. And Sean, no matter what her decision is, I'll see you next week. And you better hope to God you can bury me, because I will put you under that dirt and I will make sure you never step foot in this building again.
Will Ravenna accept the challenge of Charlie Punk next week at Wicked Havoc?
Charlie, the First Lady of Atonement, as she mentioned herself, laying out a challenge for Ravenna Vane.
A lot of talk of avarice, a lot of talk of gluttony there.
Damien Serotonin, Sean Christopher. If anything, tensions are running higher than they were before. Going into Buried Alive.
I believe the devil is in the details, as it always is with Damien Serotonin in that speech he just said.
But one thing is for certain. After that, one person will be put in the ground. Next week might be the last time we see one of these two men.
See still to come, Kamikaze and Saul against Aaron Dallas and AA Aiden Andrews.
Still to come, and yet I didn't want to say anything earlier. I haven't seen Aaron Dallas in the building.
Neither have I, but you never know. We never see Christian Pierce until the last minute.
That is true.
Maybe it's all mind games.
It's entirely possible.
Kamikaze and Saul last week, members only. You gotta make sure you remember, check out that match that occurred last week. So much happened.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first,
avarice, gluttony, vengeance. I love it. Have an appetite for destruction, and you can scrape the plate with this. Wicked Havoc coming up to be a huge, huge show. And speaking of huge, the house, the foundation that has been built by these very people, the House of Harley, here right now. And it is somebody's birthday. Actually, it's two people's birthday, but we're celebrating one.
We'll see the other one in our main event tonight. But right now, led to the ring by the birthday girl herself, Harley Haven.
Making his way to the ring, being accompanied by Harley Haven.
That intense stare by Christian Garrett. He has been born again in the light of the House of Harley. Foundation which is set by Cameron Keys. But now, the mask of leadership being worn, or being carried around by Harley Haven.
Harley. He is born again, Christian Garrett.
From kids to men. From a fractured family to a house still standing.
ProSouth faithful not very appreciative of Harley Haven on her birthday.
That's their fault. They don't know greatness when they see it.
Harley at only 17 years of age.
Insane. I feel so old.
Has done more than most already.
We saw the tag match last week. This just adds on to it. Born Again and the Game Master right here tonight, right now. Our first match of the evening. Amethyst and Christian Garrett picking up where they left off last week.
We saw last week the Game Master Amethyst alongside Kylie Alexa picking up a huge win against the House of Harley.
Making her way to the ring.
Christian Garrett wanting to settle the score.
It is the war to settle the score indeed.
Trying to get his win back. Still quite a huge test. Wasn't very long ago we saw Amethyst challenging Brandon Watley for Big Blue.
She is the Game Master, Amethyst.
Oh, Christian Garrett right off the bat.
No time.
Repeated right hands to the top of the skull to the forehead of Amethyst by Christian Garrett, getting the jump while she was posing on Amethyst.
Not even letting her get through her ring entrance.
Gotta have eyes in the back of your head when you're going up against Born Again, when you're going up against any member of the House of Harley.
Gotta be very careful when you turn your back on an opponent.
Clothesline taking Amethyst down. Garrett not giving her an inch. Only a 1 count.
Garrett very smartly not giving her any room to breathe at all.
The more Christian cuts off the space between him and Amethyst, the better.
I think they learned the lesson last week. Never underestimate your opponent.
Garrett out here by himself or with Harley, but no other member of the House of Harley out here.
No Sleazy C, no double aught. As we'll see Sleazy C, the other birthday participant in our main event. Running crossbody.
Gets a 2 count of that. Doing everything she had behind that. Still to come tonight. Like we said, we have that trios match. That's going to be chaotic. And speaking of chaotic, Charlie gets Ravena next week, maybe. We haven't heard from Ravena, but Ravena's not one to back down from any challenge.
Yet again, Charlie, I think we've noted over the last few weeks, Charlie, probably the toughest woman either of us know.
At least. I almost said it.
Hard not to.
He's pulling back on the arm, using that middle rope for leverage.
Christian Garrett uncharacteristically playing to the crowd, taunting the ProSouth faithful.
Harley getting a little extra in behind the ref's back. Happy birthday.
Garrett, typically a bit more stoic, the quiet member of the House of Harley.
Last week, he seemed hesitant to even put his hands on a girl or a woman. This week,
doesn't seem quite so hesitant. Like I said, I think he learned his lesson. Felt embarrassed after last week.
As well, he should be. He let Kylie Alexa come in here and take it from him in our home. She even wiped her feet on the mat to the front door when she come in, to wipe her feet on Ozzy as she was leaving. Disrespectful. But those social media numbers were through the roof. You never know who's going to be here. You never know who's going to get an opportunity, but you have to take the opportunity and run with it. And that's what Christian Garrett is doing right now, as Amethyst has done several times before. Back elbow.
Amethyst firing up.
Screaming like a banshee.
Pump kick in the corner.
And Garrett is down. Going for it one more time. And connects.
Oh, the running face wash.
Christian might want to check his teeth, see if he still has them all.
Sent that boot right across the face.
Using momentum. Basement drop kick. Only a 2 count. Big kick out by Christian Garrett. Still some fight left in that dog.
Plenty of fight left in Christian Garrett. Yet plenty of fight in the Game Master Amethyst. She is taking it too. Born again Christian Garrett. Ran right into that back elbow.
Now she's in no man's land, no person's land. Kick to the side of the face. But she is still on her feet.
Running. Tried for a bulldog. She said none of that.
Whatever game the Game Master is playing, I don't think Christian knows the rules to it. It may be sorry. Or it may be Uno. Harley with the trip behind the ref's back. Santiago, welcome back, Santiago. Santiago did not see it. Harley definitely getting involved tonight.
Amethyst playing her game. The Game Master refusing or failing to take into account the numbers game.
He's going for the loaded gun combo. Fisherman suplex with authority. And a 3 count. Christian Garrett picks up a win against Amethyst.
Christian Garrett.
Christian Garrett planning the Game Master and picking up the huge win. Got to imagine the birthday girl Harley Haven very happy about that one.
A hell of a birthday present, picking up the W for the House of Harley. The HOH is here. They're 1-0. Can they make it 2-0 later on tonight? We still have to talk about what's to come. The trios. We have Kamikaze and Ride against Aiden and Aaron Dallas.
We also have, at the request of Cameron Keast, Harley Haven's Tragic Birthday Bass.
Take 2.
Part 2.
What does Cameron have in mind for the birthday girl? And we still don't know who's going to challenge Eric the World Walker for that All Antarctic Championship. The iced out, ice blue.
He did put out an open challenge to anyone. Come to Pro South tonight. Get your shot.
You got to watch that here at Pro South. You never know who's going to answer. But Eric has been around the world. He knows a thing or two about a thing or two. The Culture Ride is here.
308 days. We have been your ProSouth Arena and defending tag team champion. And within those 308 days, nobody in that ProSouth locker room been able to knock us off that pedestal that we stand oh so proud of. So what I'm about to say, don't take this to heart to the fellas in the back. But nobody's been able to beat us for these tag titles in 308 days, almost a year. We want a challenge. We're not the pit bulls of professional wrestling for a reason. Not just any challenge. Let's do an open challenge. And not just to anybody in the back, but this goes for anybody on the independent scene that thinks they can step in the ring with professional wrestlers, pit bulls. Yeah, I like that. I like that. So, how about this? Next week, at ProSouth, we put these on the line to anybody and everybody that thinks they can step to us in the wrestling ring. Because if there's one thing we can guarantee to you, the North going off.
Northside next week here at Wicked Havoc. Here in Piedmont, Alabama, the Pro South Palace.
They want a challenge. They probably gonna get one.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the All Antarctic Championship.
Now we can see who's answering this open challenge.
From one challenge to another one. We We heard. Oh, shit. Well, we have to ask, is Antarctica, the southernmost continent on the planet, about to develop a Doug problem?
Is it about to be fabulous? Doug Sanders is here.
Douglas Sanders, the fabulous one, the Doug pusher. Answering the challenge of Eric the World Walker.
You knew it had to be Doug. Do it, Doug! Can you imagine those penguins on Doug problems? Polar bears on Doug's. I'd like to see a polar bear rip them apart, but that's neither here nor there. He does realize he has to go to Chile to be able to go. I don't think he can get across the border with all his Dougs and his Doug problems. They don't want that in Chile. They don't want that in Antarctica. What title does he have? Does that say hardcore? What in the hell is he hardcore about besides Doug's? This is sacrilege.
Douglas Sanders apparently picking up gold at other promotions, thinking maybe he's going to come to ProSouth, face the all-Antarctic champion, Eric the World Walker, pick up some more. Well, the 10 pounds of ice, as is.
What's cooler than being cool? Ice cold! The world is here. It's time to get iced out. Eric Walker, everybody. The man that's been there, done that. He got blue and he got strapped.
There he is. The only man alive to have ever wrestled
or dead.
Alive or dead, the only man in pro wrestling history to have ever wrestled on all 7 continents.
Has to put him as a first ballot Hall of Famer for every promotion. And give it up to the commissioner, Amy Haven, for allowing other titles to be brought in. Championships that we don't really give a crap about. Not this one, but
the first and only championship from Antarctica.
We're proud to have that here. Hardcore? What is hardcore about Douglas Sanders? He's bringing in a belt every time we can. I think I still got my Zero Alliance middleweight championship somewhere at home.
Well, if we can find Aaron Dallas, he's got plenty.
Well, we can blame Aaron for that. There you go.
Blame it on AD.
It's always the easiest thing to do.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the All-Antarctic Championship. Introducing to my left, he is the challenger. He is the fabulous one, Douglas Sanders.
Is it going to be Doug 2 belts?
Is he going to be a champion with a Doug problem?
And introducing to my right,
that is indie wrestling.
he is your current reigning and defending All-Antarctic Champion. This is Eric the World Walker.
That is a beautiful belt.
Your official for this contest is referee Kevin Tubbs.
That's gleaming so bad I need to put my sunglasses on. An actual world championship. Eric Walker been up and down, as we said. He's been to Ireland, he's been to Korea, Japan, Africa.
Here.
Wrestled in front of lions, literally.
Here, there, everywhere else. You name it, he's been there.
And Doug being absolutely fabulous. Fab Douglas Sanders. The crowd's behind Douglas Sanders.
Clearly, Piedmont, Alabama has a Doug problem. They want the fabulous one, the Doug pusher, Douglas Sanders. Can he turn that support from the crowd into a victory here tonight, though.
The size advantage goes to Eric Walker. He's got about 7 inches on Douglas Sanders. And the power advantage as well.
The size, the strength, and the experience all go to Eric Walker.
Eric's also been in this business 15 years. Started at Platinum Championship Wrestling. I was there for his first match. I knew he had something in him, but I didn't know he had this in him. Collar nibble tie up. Just straight to the mat. Eric using his momentum to drive him face first down. Eric saying that Doug wasn't ready. I have to agree with him on that. But he can't let his vanity get the best of him. Double leg takedown.
Firing those right hands from Douglas Sanders.
Eric using that height advantage to his advantage. No Bulldog today. It appears ProSouth doesn't like Bulldogs today.
Not the move to go to. We've seen 2 attempts. We've seen 0 successful.
Will Douglas Sanders take the polar plunge against Eric Walker? The iced out one himself, the Iceman cometh in Eric Walker.
Eric Walker disrupting any momentum Sanders may have been building.
He's got that cold stare to him. Has to get his mind right.
Has to get his mind right. Perhaps getting the mind of Douglas Sanders right too. Getting him a little too worked up.
Matthias, we do it. I got to ask you, what are the keys to victory for Douglas Sanders to become the All-Antarctic champion?
Well, the key is to do exactly what Eric Walker just shut down. Try and get going.
He's got the ankle
momentum. He might be off to a good start here.
That's one way to take away the height advantage, break his ankle. Eric trying to pull. He's fighting for that bottom rope. Douglas fighting to pull him back. He has that cinched in. Eric able to get that bottom rope. Doug not letting go right off the bat. Doug complaining about shenanigans. You're the one with the Doug problem.
Sanders decrying the shenanigans of Eric Walker. Or potential shenanigans, because he's yet to display any. Open hand chop just kind of thudded off that vest.
He gave it all he got. And one more. He's throwing everything behind those. And another. Right across the chest of Eric Walker.
That silk vest may have...
I don't know why I did my Matthias Darkthorn impression there. Who was the gravelly voice?
I liked it.
I got to do the left-hand path earlier today. Big right hand!
Wicked trying to become me all of a sudden. Is that your Halloween plans? You're going to dress up as me?
Yes.
Am I going to have to grow like 6 inches to dress as each other for Halloween?
That is a fantastic idea. Just like this match is a fantastic idea. Big right hands, throwing those from all the way down in Chile. He is iced out, working over. Right into the corner.
Running, jumping knee into the corner.
See, he had to work it out a little bit, had to get the stiffness out.
Work the kinks out of that ankle.
Kinks.
Well, it's fabulous at very least.
He's here. Douglas has given it his all, tried to take away the advantage.
Oh, Walker now.
I haven't seen this in some time. Can he get it? Can he get the iceberg slim? He's fighting for it. No. Back to the ankle lock.
Sanders back to that ankle. Dragging him to the middle of the ring. Oh, he's got those hooks in now.
The leg grapevine for a little extra. Doug putting that stank on it.
Walker using those long arms of his to his advantage. That height advantage definitely paying dividends for Eric Walker.
Those few extra days in the gym also helping out.
Getting that upper body, help him crawl to the rope.
Douglas is doing everything that he could and should.
Sanders eating a handful of up kicks and a big one at the end there.
Eric gonna walk.
Dropping the knee right across the chest and throat of Sanders.
Knocking out all the wind of Douglas Sanders. Douglas, known for his cardio. It's hard to have good cardio when he can't breathe due to a broken sternum. Eric looks frustrated. As we said, he has been all over the world. The World Walker is not just a clever nickname.
He's got him hooked here.
Oh, can he get him? Both shoulders are not down. Tubbs saw it. Now the shoulders are down. Only a 2 count. Eric had to make sure he didn't break his own ankle with that, pushing Doug off. Crowd saying it was 3. Obviously, they can't count. The education system here is something we need to talk to Chris Kamikaze about, the mayor of the South.
That is another more evidence of Piedmont's Doug problem.
Shoulder tackle after shoulder tackle. Know what he was going for there, but DDT!
Partway through, hit him with a DDT.
Only a 2 count. I thought we were about to see penguins with purple hair and rose-colored glasses. Neck breaker. Eric Walker takes a nasty spill with that. That was fabulous. Only a 1 count. You see Tubbs right there. Great job by our referee. Now Doug showing frustration. Going for the elbow drop.
Calling his shot and calling it loudly. You know how I hate that.
Why? Now Eric knows exactly what he's doing. Doug going up top. We've seen him win matches with this. We've seen it miss, and when it misses big time.
Eric Walker.
And
as
just
expected, laying in wait.
He overshot him.
Oh, bicycle knee. Ate his lunch. Just pin him. I think he's done.
No, he wants to make him tap. He's going for the iceberg slam. If he gets this, it could be over. Oh, nobody's tapping out. Nobody's getting this. He's got to tap. He's got to tap. Live to fight another day, Doug. Live to fight another day. There's no way nobody can get out of this.
He's got enough in him.
That's it. You're right. The knee to the iceberg slam every time.
Match by way of submission. And still all-in-Arctic champion, Eric Walker.
Eric the World Walker, successful defense of the All-Antarctic Championship.
Well, at least Doug doesn't have to worry about getting his passport. He gave it his all, but he just wasn't fabulous enough.
Antarctica's still not fabulous, but it is iced out, just like Eric Walker.
What a belt, what a man. That man, big things in his future. 15 years, he hasn't even hit his prime yet. He was sweating.
Douglas Sanders gave it a good shot, but in the end, not enough to take the title away from Eric the World Walker.
Now Doug can cut his life into pieces. That may have been his last resort. I thought for sure we were going to see some emo haircuts on some penguins. I got scared. Wicked Havoc next week, but still to come tonight. Trios.
Still got a huge main event. We've got a big tag team match. Aaron Dallas and Aiden Andrews. Can they coexist?
I'm already getting ready for Halloween.
The Wicked already in the celebratory
I was
mood.
told I had to wear this. Harley told me I had to wear it for her birthday.
There you see it's still to come, that big main event. Brandon Watley, Caden Newton, Christian Pierce versus Sean Christopher, Cameron Keast, and my brother along the left-hand path, Eric the Ghost Silva.
That is a matchup we never thought we would see.
Crazy to see those.
Now we're getting tragic.
Speaking of crazy, we are getting tragic, as you said. Entirely possible it might be time for Harley's tragic birthday bash.
Take two.
Take two.
My man come bearing gifts.
There we see him, forever tragic. The tragic prince, Cameron Keast. He has not come empty-handed.
Where's the cake? I want the cake.
Birthdays in pro wrestling always go oh so well.
I'm glad mine's on a Tuesday. And the slide, he's safe.
The birthday slide.
The change in Cameron Keast is noticeable.
That's probably the biggest change right there. ProSouth faithful behind him.
Thank you. But guys, tonight it's not about me. It's about a certain special little girl having a birthday party today. So, obviously, as soon as she comes out here, the House of Harley is going to want to maul me and beat the crap out of me. But I check my work behind me and I make sure no stone remains unturned. So I reached out and got approval from our Commissioner, Amy Haven, that during this birthday party, there will be no physical contact between me and the House of Harley unless I provoke them first.
That's a big if. It's a great cause.
And I don't want to do that. This isn't a night about violence. This is about having fun. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's bring out the girl of the hour, the star of the show, Harley.
Harley Haven.
Cam Ever the gentleman bringing presents. I still want the cake though. Make it a carrot cake. We may see a pound cake if things go awry. The sun changing makes me laugh every time. They are burning down the house like the Talking Heads.
Cameron Keast making sure that the House of Harley, they might get a slice of cake, but they're not going to get a piece of Cameron Keast. Unless he
Ladies and
provokes
gentlemen,
them.
there she is, the star of tonight's show, the star of Harley's tragic birthday bash take 2. And her friends that she can't do anything without. And just do whatever she tells them with no hesitation.
The makeup is on point for Harley Haven.
The birthday clown tonight.
What presents does Cam have wrapped up for Harley Haven? I have to know.
He's already denied her the one she probably wants the most. Violence against Cameron.
Okay, all right, well, first of all, Harley, happy birthday. Right. Now, it's no party without balloons, so here you go. My bad. We'll get that later.
Almost
we'll get
had
that
it.
later. I know last year I had a bunch of presents lined up, but, having no kids as opposed to like 3 or 4 this year, taxes weren't so nice to me, so you don't have as many gifts this year, but I did manage to get you some things, I promise. Now, hey, Caden, check under the ring right here. I think I got something that we can all enjoy for this birthday party, because everybody knows that no birthday party is complete without the cake.
Okay.
I promise it's not some stupid trap I rigged up. I promise.
I want an end piece.
I'm here to have a good time just like everybody else.
Somebody get me an end piece.
Caden Newton. Also, by the way, the birthday boy.
They were so close to being
Oh, did the cake?
So
did I lie?
Oh,
Look, I know you
My
probably
favorite.
thought it was some crazy cam trick. Oh, is it melting? Is it melting? It's melting. Oh, it is an ice cream cake. I didn't think about that need to be.
It's Carvel!
I'm sorry.
It's the best cake.
I'm ruining his birthday. I'm really sorry. But let's get to the gifts. I'm gonna start. I think maybe. Well, this was something really nice, but it's broken now, so I don't guess we'll worry about that. Here you go. We'll move on to this. We'll move on to this one.
A little bit of a faux pas there.
She's gonna love this. I think. What did I put in the bag?
She can't contain her excitement.
What is that?
It's a key.
I honestly don't remember the joke here. Okay. Hey, look, I'm sorry. If you don't want it, I'll just hold on to it. Okay. It's a key necklace. I don't remember what I was doing here. We'll come back to it. Now.
Guess we'll come back to it.
I'm sorry. I am 0 for 3 on all of these things. Now listen. I'm gonna make it up to you because I know that deep down inside, every girl's dream is to get for their birthday a pony.
Oh.
Now
what a human being.
I really did have a hard time finding a pony. It's kind of difficult around here. So I thought maybe instead of a pony, I could get you like 100 chicken-sized horses, instead of a pony. But I did find one horse-sized chicken.
Uh-oh.
A horse-sized. Oh no.
Oh God. It's the cock of the walk.
Best gift ever. Am I wrong?
Super Chicken is here.
It's been a while since we've seen the Super Chicken at ProSouth.
I don't know if you've ever
free of
hugged
that.
a giant chicken. But I bet he's pretty fluffy and like really soft and cuddly. Once you get on in there and give him a hug. Oh, no, all right, we're, Harley, I worked really hard to get this for you.
Cam sparing no expense for this birthday bash.
Super Chicken.
Okay, that's fair.
That's a Harley. Stop
Really
that.
nothing I can do here. I can't provoke him yet. I honestly really should have seen this coming. This one's on me. Chicken, I am so sorry. I really wish I could provoke the House of Harley, but I'm really sorry, man.
That was pretty sleazy.
I was gonna make a joke about the
To
chicken
be fair, this is nothing compared to what they did to
chasing
Lynn
down
Paul.
a teenage girl, but
I think we've already had our slaughter joke
now-
for the night.
the House of Harley.
I know I've been kind of messing around with you
Taking
here
care of
and trying
business
to ruin
ahead
his
of time.
birthday, but I promise you that the fun and games are over. And now is your actual, honest-to-God gift, and I just want you to come in the ring because I want to see your reaction when I give it to you.
I thought his presence was his presence.
The presents weren't the presents. Okay. Well, leave it to Cameron Keys to do something a little off the wall.
Now, Harley, obviously I'm trying to get into your head and under your skin with a key with no meaning and a broken gift and a giant chicken. I did it on purpose and I'm sorry. But your real gift, Harley, is next week I have a match at Wicked Havoc. And I'm going to allow you to make the rules for the match.
That's a pretty damn good present.
I know what you're thinking, okay? I know what you're thinking. You're just gonna allow the house to be involved and Caden's gonna maul me. That would be the case if the match was in fact against Caden. Because last week, Harley, you said that if I beat the mongrel, and you can debate how I beat him or not, because I didn't so much beat the mongrel as I did survive him, but my hand was raised as the winner, and your exact wording was you can wrestle Caden, you can wrestle whoever you want.
Uh-oh.
You following me? Because I pick Harley Haven.
What in the hell? Charlie, Ravena, maybe? Harley, Cam? The buried
Because I
alive.
told you weeks ago, Harley, that you are out of your damn mind. And the only person that's gonna bring you back down to earth is me. And the only way to kill a snake is to cut off the head. And you and I both know that that's you. You've had this coming for months. Since you started making calls behind my back, since you kicked me out of something I built, since you thought you were ready to wear the big boy pants and drive, you're gonna get your first lesson on Evil Genius 101. You didn't cover your tracks to make sure this couldn't happen. So now, you're gonna pay for that mistake, and I'm gonna make sure you remember it forever!
Wicked Havoc adding another match, another layer to the cake.
Wicked Havoc. This birthday really has become tragic for Harley Haven.
I know we have a bunch of surprises next week for my namesake, Wicked Havoc, but this takes the cake. No. Save me a piece. Hayden, save me a piece. I know it's melted. Save me a piece.
Better get on that in a hurry.
Don't drop it. Wicked Havoc again.
Cameron Keith and Harley Haven.
Harley,
Nobody's even pointed to the sign
this
yet.
party isn't quite over yet, okay? Harley, one more thing. She's just being rude now. Look, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to, I meant to keep it frozen. But this party should probably end somehow like it did last week.
Oh my God, you brought a perfectly good cake.
It's not a pro wrestling birthday if somebody doesn't eat the cake.
Now she has her cake and can eat it too. I wanted a piece of that cake. God.
Well, I think Harley got all of it.
God damn it. You know what time it is? It's time for intermission. We're going to take a breath. I'm going to go scream at somebody for ruining the cake.
Somebody can clean up the floor.
Please take a 15-minute intermission break.
More to come. We still got a lot left.
That cake won't go anywhere. What a first half we have had thus far. Setting up for next week.
I don't understand about it. Because I thought she didn't have to, but now there's this, I don't know, I heard about an atonement thing, and she seems real weird about it, and she doesn't really seem like she's been herself. She's like making all these crazy decisions. Can you just do me a favor and tell me about her? Because this is
Amy, I'm not to tell you about it. I mean, okay, thank you.
What did I just say?
Still some friction between Sean, Crista, and Ravenna after that.
Sean and Ravenna Vane not quite on the same page yet and still.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is a tag team match.
Speaking of not being on the same page, last week they were on the same page. Will they be on the same page this week?
Aiden Andrews, Aaron Dallas taking on these two. Saul Wright and Chris Kamikaze, the future mayor of Piedmont, Alabama, the mayor of the South. Looks like everybody's something of the South nowadays. But why not if you can pull it off? Goodness knows Chris Kamikaze's been pulling it off every time he steps out here.
If they're thinking about just the South, they're thinking small beans.
He's also the carrier of the Gold Rush briefcase. Potentially the future ProSouth champion. Coming to the ring by his chief of staff, Big Ball Saul Wright.
Got the Dolly Parton shirt on. I've got my Dolly Parton shoes on. It's a hell of a night. Next week, Wicked Havoc. Make sure you join us right here.
Way to the ring.
Matches are lining up for next week. We still have 2 matches here tonight. Kamikaze jawing with the fans. That fan just took his sunglasses off.
Where is security?
Security!
Kyle, quit standing around looking goofy.
There he is. Kamikaze walking in with ill intent.
They're the team of He Ain't Wrong, Saul Wright, and the KLT champion, the Anomaly, Chris Kamikaze.
Kamikaze hearing it from the fans. Saul Wright in tow.
Where are your parents? Right here. Well, you control these little hoodlums.
Little parental control there by Kamikaze. Still, we were backstage. I did not see Aaron Dallas. Did you see Aaron Dallas?
Even during intermission, I didn't
Saul,
see him.
I don't think they're used to seeing winners in this ring. Look at me! I am a champion! I am a former and a future mayor! I am the game changer! You're future mayor! I am what you wish that you could be!
Too powerful for the microphone.
Just exudes manliness.
That is not a lunchbox.
He's not even big enough to be called Lunchbox.
They want to discourage the Gold Rush champion, or the Gold Rush
Let me
briefcase.
tell you something.
That Gold Rush has...
You podunk dukes better stop suffering down those nachos and pay attention to what I gotta say. Thank you. I demand respect, and this microphone is not enough. I demand another one. Here.
Wicked to the rescue.
That microphone is killing me.
As I was saying, I am easily the most entertaining professional wrestler you've ever seen. I'm looking at you, the guy that's about to take a drink of his soda. You better pay attention to me because I am the best thing going today. And tonight, we're about to prove it right here because guess what? I am an artist and this is my canvas.
Kamikaze declaring himself to be an artist. This is his canvas.
He is Van Gogh after all. Well, maybe that's not.
Now,
and he's got both of
that
them.
we got that out of the way. First of all,
the Donatello.
I want to say that I appreciate you, but I frankly don't. And let me tell you why, because a little birdie told me, Saul, maybe you heard this. You're a man of integrity. A little birdie said to me, somebody in our tag match that we're supposed to face isn't even here tonight.
And that's why we didn't see him.
That is the word going around.
Yeah, right?
I have seen
They're a little
Aiden
scared,
Andrews.
obviously, as they should be. I mean, look at this. Tremendous physical condition. God almighty, that's intimidating.
Athletes come in all
Crank this
shapes and
in.
sizes.
But here's the fact of the matter.
He's so scary, his hairline's running from him.
James Hardy's here, ladies and gentlemen.
Speaking of,
Don't clap for him! Sit down!
Oh, God.
they're going to respect James Hardy more than Kamikaze. There is something truly wrong with Piedmont.
James!
It's all the dubs.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard, hey, Ron, didn't show up tonight. Is that true or false?
That's the man you always have to go to, right? James Hardy.
Yes, Chris, you're correct. Aaron Dallas is not here tonight.
Thank you, James Hardy.
It seems a little convenient that in your tag team match, almost like a conspiracy against it, if you will, that Aaron Dallas isn't here. I think you had something to do with it. You or Saul.
Who do you think you're talking to, James?
Accusations!
I will rip every hair out of that bald head and smack you right in your mouth if you're not careful.
Won't take very
I
long.
didn't do anything. Let me tell you who I am, James. I'm a man of integrity. I am a man who's a former mayor. I have high moral character. I frankly wouldn't waste my time because I can take Aaron Dallas. I can take Aiden Andrews. It doesn't matter, James. I had nothing to do with it.
Those are accusations!
So then it seems that Aiden Andrews doesn't have a partner, right?
That's correct, James. And by that statement, it looks as though it's going to be a 2-on-1 handicap match, right?
Handy capable.
How about I'll be Aiden Andrews' tag
Oh,
partner
God,
tonight?
no. Please don't do this
That's
to me.
more of a handicap.
Please don't. My birthday's coming up. Please don't do this.
You want to see James Hardy as Aiden Andrews' tag partner, huh?
Absolutely not.
ProSouth faithful chanting for Hardy.
And just like that,
Leave it to Saul Wright to give us what we want.
thank you, Saul. Oh, Saul, at least $1 for that. Oh. Harley and Sleazy C's birthday would have been ruined. My birthday would have been ruined coming up.
Mine was earlier in the month. It would have been ruined.
See, that's what
It's
I'm talking
already
about.
happened.
Doing the Lord's work. Saul Wright. Pulling him by the beard and punching him. Little ripcord for you there.
James Hardy looking like the worst mall Santa on the planet.
Definitely bad Santa.
Taking
Those
a
rights
beating.
and lefts, rights and lefts.
Repeated rights and lefts.
What is Kyle doing? What's that guy's name?
Jake, the other guy.
Jake.
Asking
Sorry.
why it's got to be him.
Why does Frank have to be out here? What's his name?
Jake Franklin, the other guy.
He can barely get him out.
To pull James Hardy out of the ring.
Stan helping James Hardy to the back.
James Hardy getting assistance from the other guy.
I guess now it's definitely a 2-on-1 match. We're going to have a handy-capable match here tonight.
Aiden Andrews, potential partner, since apparently Aaron Dallas didn't show up. And our backup ring announcer, Joseph.
Who?
Production monkey number 4.
Oh, okay. Jake Franklin here in the ring.
That's a thing that happened. Without any further ado, introducing their opponents.
Jake Franklin, our backup ring announcer.
Now, Jake Franklin was the other guy.
Oh, Stan, that's who you're...
No, Stan is in Georgia. That's a different guy. But right now,
to the ring, he is your co-rumble winner. He is the relentless Aiden Andrews.
Double A looks mad. He looks perturbed. That's one thing you don't want.
No, an angry Aiden Andrews is a bad thing for anyone on his bad side. I've been that person before. You've been that person before.
Unfortunately, yes.
It is painful. Aiden declaring it is time to go to work. As far as I know, Aiden doesn't have a partner here tonight.
I don't think it matters to Aiden at this point.
I'd be very surprised if it did. Saying it's
And
time.
introducing his tag team partner.
Who's going to be his tag partner?
Did he find somebody?
Oh, hell.
Uh-oh. Well, we know it's not the other guy.
Thac.
What's it? Jake.
Jackson not here, but it is Bobcat!
Bobcat
making his way to the ring. This is Bobcat.
Everybody's favorite camera feline, Bobcat.
Mr. Catterday Night Special himself. The man that has to have 9 lives from all the crap he's taken.
The trainee, the rookie, Bobcat. Quite the challenge. Backflipping over the ropes. Quite the reception from the ProSouth faithful. And at the same time, quite the challenge for young Bobcat.
Well, he's about to get a lesson. Someone that can teach him great tag team wrestling is the violent gentleman himself, the relentless Aiden Andrews. Several tag partners, won tag team championships with several people, several different partners. Bobcat starting off the match.
Bobcat and Saul Wright starting it out.
These two grew up together, best friends outside the ring, but tonight
we also saw them face off in the YouTube Championship tournament. Saul Wright picking up a big win over Bobcat. Bobcat trying to even the score here tonight.
The strength and size advantage going to Saul. This is strength against speed. Bobcat hold his own with everybody. Drop toe hold.
Nice drop toe hold.
And a pose.
Slapped him. Oh my God. Slapped him in the back of the head. Bobcat playful here tonight. Playing with Saul. Oh, caught an atomic drop for his trouble. Right across the tailbone.
The takeover.
Hurricane Rana. Drop kick into the corner.
Kitty's got claws. Train wreck into the corner. Saul has not had a chance to do anything yet.
Bobcat up top. Flying clothesline. Saul Wright's on his back foot, not knowing, didn't expect the flurry of offense from Bobcat, and now in comes Aiden Andrews. Just taking the headlock straight back over.
That is a tight headlock.
I've been in one of Aiden Andrews' headlocks. It feels like he's about to rip your head clean off. Just throwing Saul right into his own corner.
He wants kamikaze, and he's going to get kamikaze.
Specifically asking for kamikaze here.
Aiden give him a chance to get in, get his bearings together. Kamikaze and Aiden. Test of strength. Two big, meaty men slapping meat. Calm down. Aiden with a takeover. Ref's got to make sure both shoulders are not down.
Kamikaze trying to get out from under him. But I think it's clear, strength advantage clearly goes in the favor of Aiden Andrews. There are very few contests in which it won't.
1.7% body fat on Aiden Andrews.
You see that? He just pulled himself out of a head scissors by just grabbing a headlock. Just grabbed his head and yanked him down.
And he is tightening that vice-like grip of his. Kamikaze having to go for the rope break, having no choice. And just like that, Kamikaze takes control.
Ooh! Kamikaze taking advantage of the clean break, using it to his advantage and then laying in a hard chop.
That chop echoed all the way through the South.
You got to be careful, though. You give him to Aiden, he will give him back.
The Red Rider eye poke. You shoot your eye out, kid.
You'll shoot your eye out. Aiden answering with a hard forearm. Still shaking off.
And right back into a side headlock.
Ran right into a headlock. I don't know if I've ever seen a running headlock before, but I have tonight. Double team. Russian leg sweep.
Only a 2 count. Bobcat looking like Walgreens puked everywhere.
He is multicolored.
And multifaceted.
Heading up to the top, ready to fly. Oh, Saul going after Aiden.
The referee has to get involved right across the top. You missed it. The camera missed it.
Using that distraction. Crotch Bobcat across the top rope.
Well, Bobcat doesn't want children because he's going to have to adopt if he does.
He was going to have a hard time with that regardless, but. Exploder.
It was a tight exploder on top of that. Bobcat's head skipping across the ring apron, across the mat. Kamikaze right back in. Kamikaze directing traffic, clubbing forearms across the base of the neck. Double Irish whip. He was fighting it. Double basket backbreaker.
Bobcat tried to fight his way out, but
there was one knee for each of his kidneys. Somebody's going to be peeing blood tonight. Salt.
Softening up that back a little more with that hard club. In comes Kamikaze right back to the lower back.
The game plan is to focus on the lower back, evidently.
Lower back and midsection. Kamikaze's bread and butter. Soften up that midsection for that 450. the danger zone.
How long will the headband stay on? Kamikaze drawing Aiden Andrews into the ring, taking advantage of being behind the ref's back. Mr. Saturday Night Special is going to have to conserve all that wind because he is getting it sucked out of him just like that.
Another hard chop echoing throughout the ProSouth Palace. Make it 2.
That was a high angle chop on top of that. 1 of his own, 2 of his own, 3 of his own.
Trifecta and an eye poke.
The great equalizer. The eye poke.
Kamikaze had enough, just poking the eye and just getting out of there. If it works, it works, and by golly, it worked. Yes, in 2023, I just said the phrase, by golly, in public. I don't know what's going on.
Now the headband being used. Saw choking him. Kamikaze drawing the referee.
There you go, Bobcat. Make sure you get it back in place. You don't want him to see your hairline. What hair?
Smooth as a baby's bottom.
It's a hairless cat if ever I've seen one.
The Mr. Bigglesworth.
Kamikaze's got him hooked here. Dropped him down hard.
I snotted, sorry. Only a 2 count. He wasn't able to kick out of that too much. Kamikaze had all his weight laid across the shoulders of Bobcat. The crowd trying to will Bobcat back into this fight, because that's what it is. This has been a fight.
Saul's got him up. Maybe thinking, oh!
South's strongest slam. Into the Maverick Salt.
He got him.
And there's the pose by Kamikaze. Aiden thought about saving it.
Kamikaze with a pose of his own. Shades of Bobcat earlier in the match. Come back to haunt him.
Too bad J.C. Penney's isn't around. We could have got that framed. Put that above my mantle.
Get some glamour shots.
Ola Mills, eat your heart out. Saturday Night Special trying to fight back. Jawbreaker. Can he make the tag? Saw it right there. Saw it. Stopped him dead in his tracks. A punch to the top of the head.
Very smartly cutting him off before he managed to get back over to Aiden Andrews.
And just like that, it's time to stretch him out. He's going to stretch him out to next Tuesday.
Seated abdominal stretch.
Just torquing on it, pulling back. And right back to it. Bobcat's going to have to do something soon or this match is going to be over. Match he wasn't even supposed to be involved in. He was supposed to be Aaron Dallas.
Aaron Dallas, no word, no nothing. We don't know where he's at.
One more, getting that space. He has to get the tag. Hung out to dry up top.
For the second time tonight, deposited hard on the ring, on the turnbuckle.
He's going to be singing in soprano tonight.
Tied up in the tree of woe, getting choked out by Kamikaze.
Kamikaze sees him. He has him lined up. The slide and oh!
Nobody home.
Kamikaze now singing a soprano himself.
Kamikaze caught himself right in the fort. It's the ring post.
The duck has quacked. Can he make the tag? What does he have left in him? Can he make the tag? Can he pull himself? Can he will himself? Can this crowd will him to a tag? Aiden reaching out. Bobcat reaching out. Kamikaze's got one hand. Inzaguri misses. And the stomp.
Kamikaze hit that ring post hard. Still walking gingerly.
Kamikaze's going to be smuggling plums after this. The back missed. Tilt-a-whirl DDT!
Planted him.
He spun him all around and back. Both men are down. Who will get to their feet first? Kamikaze just has to roll out of the ring. That will constitute as a tag. And Bobcat the same. Aiden anxious for that tag. And that's the map.
That's what happens when everybody's favorite camera feline's not on the camera.
There's a tag to Double A. Saul's down. Kamikaze's down. Saul's down again.
Kamikaze's head clean off of that clothesline. And again.
Both these men have had concussions before from Aiden Andrews. They could get another. To the apron. Enziguri straight to the face. Took Kamikaze off his feet. Clothesline taking Kamikaze down. Saul now the legal man.
Hard right hands. Saul go into the bread basket.
He's got him up. Stop suplex, the dragon suplex. Saul is down. Aiden setting up for the stamp of approval. Kamikaze got it, took him out, blindsided him. He blindsided him.
He nailed him with the Gold Rush.
The Gold Rush briefcase being used by Kamikaze. Kamikaze snatching it off right in front of us.
Lariat misses its target.
Misinformation. He should be working for the Israeli government with all that misinformation.
Careful now.
He's got him. Crucifix pin.
Modified crucifix bomb.
Holy crap, he won. He did it. He did it.
Bobcat picking up the win.
Your winners of the match, the team of Bobcat and Aiden Andrews.
All right. Kamikaze not content to leave things alone.
James Hardy suffered that fate earlier. Now Bobcat suffering the same fate, the 2-on-1 beatdown.
The King of the South, Ace Haven with a steel chair.
Ace and Amy out here. Ace swinging it, anything moving, whoa.
Saul and Kamikaze running for their lives.
That would have been a brain scrambler had he connected.
Next week at Wicked Havoc, Chris Kamikaze and Saul Wright, you will be in a tag team match against Bobcat and the King of the South, Ace Haven.
What a swerve!
It's a tag team match.
What a swerve!
Amy Haven pulling out her best Teddy Long. Making a tag team match.
Okay, player.
Holla, holla, holla.
Whoa! Sansu delivered, I'm yours. Ace Haven launching that folding chair. Almost taking out Kamikaze, almost hitting him in the gluteus maximus. And we have another match set up for Wicked Havoc.
Wicked Havoc. It will be Bobcat and the King of the South, Ace Haven, taking on Chris Kamikaze and Saul Wright.
And now Bobcat going directly back to being the camera feline.
Back to work. It doesn't end. Unless you're James Hardy, I guess. I think he kind of earned that break.
with a righteous ovation to Hayden Andrews from the Faithful.
There you see it.
And now our main event
coming up. But we still got a face-off between those two men who will compete for Big Blue, the ProSouth Championship. Eric Silva and Brandon Watley.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I would like to introduce the #1 contender to the ProSouth Championship, Eric the Ghost Silva.
As we get closer to Halloween, the stronger the ghost grows. Sleazy C tried and failed. Tonight, trios.
Eric Silva. Got Brandon Watley in trios tonight, but next week he gets him one-on-one for Big Blue.
The ghost is here. Do not adjust your TV sets or your computer monitors. People pay hundreds of dollars to go on a ghost hunt. Brandon Watley gets to do it for free. All it's going to cost him is his soul. Is Ghost gonna talk?
He's got plenty to say. Serpent Assassin's
Ladies
gonna have
and
to
gentlemen,
listen.
now I would like to introduce your ProSouth champion, the final boss, Brandon Watley.
I like this Jefferson guy better than I do James Hardy. Zachary, you're killing it. Heck of a job. The Emperor, the Lord.
Lord
Brandon
Watley, the Serpent Assassin, the final boss of ProSouth, and the ProSouth champion. Now at least.
All the monikers in the world, but what you need to know is he is the ProSouth champion.
What he needs to know is he's stepping across the ring from Eric Silva.
That's next week, but this trios match we have tonight is one for the ages.
Tonight is a preview. Next week is the entree. Tonight's the appetizer, next week is the entree.
The featured attraction. Next week, your main event. That's what it's all about. Big Blue, the ProSouth Heavyweight Championship. Right now being procured by the final boss. Silva has not let his eyes off Watley since Watley stepped through the curtains.
For nearly a year and a half, Eric Silva has had at the back of his mind that beating he took from Brandon Watley. Now, it's finally coming to the forefront and what he's going to do about it.
The back of his mind to this frontal lobe. The stare down. Now a war of words. Watley, Silva, next week. Wicked Havoc.
Eric the Ghost Silva. If there's one thing I admire about you, is your intelligence. There was a chaotic situation with no #1 contender, and you finessed your way into that. Now, why would you come after me as champion when this whole deal started with you? This whole deal started with you telling me that I need to stop complaining and show results. I took you up on that offer. Here's the result. The result was bodies on top of bodies on top of bodies on top of bodies until I got this championship. What didn't make sense was when I started this whole put people in the hospital campaign, you didn't like it. But I was taking a page out of your notebook. When you and the left-hand path first got here years ago, y'all waged a war. Complete chaos over this. And even though you wasn't the team captain, you showed no mercy and took out any and everybody with no hesitation. It made you the most feared man on this roster, and eventually that fear turned into respect. Now, I didn't respect you because I feared you. I respected you because I liked what you did. I like how you took those people out. I didn't like it at first, but then I had to think to myself, what would motivate him to do that? So now I'm gonna break the fourth wall. After I thought about that, I decided to reach out to you and have you as my mentor for a while. I decided to pick your brain and learn your ways in this ring. When I first started wrestling, I just wanted to be a good wrestler. But after watching you for several years, I wanted to be a killer. People respect you to be a killer, but when I do it, it's a problem. Not only did they have a problem, not only did the locker room have a problem, you had a problem. You thought I was just pretending. You thought it was a phase. And you had to learn the hard way when I kicked you in your skull 20 times, and then I did the same to your manager. Then came bodies on top of bodies. Then came the ProSouth Championship. Then people still try to come for this title, and they have to learn the hard way what happens when you try to take this from me. They get beat down, and they get beat down bad. Next week, me and you, we gonna go to war. We've been to war in the past. This ain't gonna be no easy feat, I know that. But I know you're gonna try to take me out. But I gotta take you out first. It won't be the same from last time. This time, I won't make you a part-time. This time, I'm gonna take you out for good.
Matthias doesn't look happy.
Will allow me to retort, Watley. You didn't say one thing during that entire monologue that I disagreed with, but you had a few questions, and if you think hard enough, you'll have the answers to those questions. Question number one, why would I decide to come after you for that title? And part B to that question is, or maybe not a question, but a statement, is how I finessed my way into the title picture. I got an issue with that word, finesse. See, I didn't finesse anything. I earned that spot. How did I earn that spot? By being a killer. One man in this company, one, has held that title longer than me. If there's ever a two, I can assure you, Brandon Watley, it will not be you. Now, why would I come after you? You answered your own question. In short or in simple terms, I made your ass. This entire run, you should dedicate to me. Did I do some things at ProSouth that I'm not proud of? Sure. But I'm proud of most of it. Why? Because it propelled me to the ground that I now stand on. Everything I did was in service to progressing and furthering my career. When it comes to being a part-timer, you gotta understand, see, life punched me in the mouth a lot harder than you ever could. If we're being honest, I'm living on borrowed time. 6 months ago, I almost flatlined in that hospital back at Riverdale. So when I see you running amok here in ProSouth and using the ghost tactics, yes, part of me applauds you, but the other part, I would say it's professional jealousy. I'm extremely proud of what you've done and how you've done it. But I have no problem standing here looking you in your eyes and telling you that you don't do any of that better than I do. So, I know you might have a plan to take me out first. Shoot your shot, but you best not miss. Because everyone has a plan till they get punched in the mouth.
One of the truest statements of all time. Those are 100% facts. Where's Matthias going? Matthias walking from commentary. What is Matthias doing? Matthias going out to the ring. Matthias, don't get hurt. Don't go out there.
Thank you, brother. Speaking of plans, speaking of getting punched in the mouth, Brandon Watley, if you've been watching over the last almost a year now, you've known that over there at commentary, I've been extraordinarily complimentary of you and your skills.
That's true.
That right there on your shoulder, the Pro-South Championship, Big Blue, that is the biggest, grandest prize Pro-South has to offer, and that is something you should be proud of. You have earned it. From the time you stood in here, you took on last year at Anniversary, you and Sean Christopher damn near killed each other. You, at Valentine's Day Massacre, you took that title away from the champion of champions, Damian Seratone. I've sat here, I've watched you have wars with Joe Black. I've seen you go unchained. I've seen you no ropes, Kumite, blood sport match. I've seen you take on every comer, each and every challenger that has stood up to you has been put down hard. But Brandon, there's one thing that all those matches have in common. And Brandon, for every single one of those matches, right over there at the commentation station, I have been watching you. I have been studying your every move, Brandon. I've watched where you attack. I've watched and studied when you run away. I've watched when you pull your tricks, when you break the rules, when you bend them, and when you take advantage. Brandon Watley, there is a plan in store for Wicked Havoc, and you are looking at it. Brandon Watley, Eric the Ghost Silva, plans to bring every weapon at his disposal and break them over that dome of yours. And he's got one more weapon you had not expected. Because for the last year, I've been in semi-retirement, on commentary, where I'm no threat to anyone, where I'm just talking, cracking jokes, making fun of James Hardy every time I get. The Wicked Havoc, make no mistake, Brandon, I will be ringside. I will have my eyes on you. I will stop your tricks. No, you call yourself the Serpent Assassin. Brandon, the only good serpent, the only good snake is a dead snake. You will not be pulling any of your ridiculousness. No, pulling the referee, bringing out those nunchucks. No, I've got my eyes on you. I will be ringside at the side of my brother. And Brandon, I know plans, this and that. It doesn't matter what's planned, because like brother said, everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. So I won't worry about plans. I'll tell you what's going to happen. Spoiler alert for Wicked Havoc. It ends with you being dragged, kicking and screaming down the left hand path.
We knew it was a matter of time before the fight broke out. Matthias breaking out the voice, saying it is a spoiler alert, letting Brandon Watley know exactly what's going to happen at Wicked Havoc. And Sleazy C now making his way to the ring. Sleazy C all over Eric the Ghost Silva. Harley trailing behind.
A fight has broken out. There will be a fight next week.
And there's Cameron Keast making this a 2-on-2. The odds are now even. A lot of bad blood between these four individuals, but there's still one on each side. Christian Pierce out here.
Christian Pierce.
Sean out here.
Sean Christopher. Santiago. Watley and Silva still fighting at ringside.
And we are underway.
Our main event is underway.
Pierce and Christopher, bad blood between those two as well.
I had to leave the ringside area for a minute.
I heard the voice, the Matthias voice.
Had to let Brandon Watley know what's coming.
The kip up enziguri. The hardest part of the ring, taking out Pierce.
The hardest part of the ring, Cameron Keith's foot.
Able to get his foot up. Cam with a swing and miss. Big right hand, slimy, sleazy.
Damian Seratone at ringside now.
Coming for a closer look.
Maybe I should have stayed at ringside for Silva.
I thought for sure you were going to.
Well, that's next week. I've still got a job to do.
That's not your contract. You still got to pay, I see. And once again, we had to take another shot at James Hardy.
Any chance.
How'd it feel to be ringside again? You could feel it. I could see it in your face.
I missed it. I've been over here. I love my time over here, but I've been over here too long. Wicked Havoc. I'll be ringside alongside Eric Silva. But right now, Cameron Keast is in a bad way, in a wrong corner.
Bunn giving a Native American burn across the top rope to Cameron Keast's forehead. Right hand after right hand. That caught the jaw of Christian Pierce. The finger snaps against the finger snaps.
Is Sleazy C gonna get the birthday present of getting to put a beating on Cameron Keast? We'll see.
Butterfly suplex taking Cam down. Sean reaching for the tag. Ghost reaching for the tag. Watley stopping that. Said you were going to shoot Brandon Watley in the forehead.
I said I was going to take all those weapons and bust him over his dome. I didn't. And you never know what's going to come. I gave a spoiler. I didn't spoil the whole thing. We'll see what happens next week.
I like a good spoiler.
Well, some people make promises. I just give spoilers.
Behind the referee's back, Sleazy C and Christian getting a few hits in on Cameron Keast. The tag to Sleazy C. Now standing on the throat. Tag to Christian Pierce. Atonement 1-0 tonight. Can they make it 2-0? Adding to their repertoire, adding to the reputation which precedes them, Texas Rodeo. Christian pie facing. Eric Silva drawing him in.
We've got Atonement and the House of Harley in this match. Cade Newton. Pierce told him to put the boot up. Now Caden's just getting a good stretch.
Got to, it's hot dog yoga.
Hot dog Yoda, that's an entirely different.
That's members only. Cannonball home. This could be the opening Cam needs.
Harley pulling the referee.
Santiago missing the tag. All Cam has to do is roll up under the ropes and it can be constituted as a tag.
Watley pulling Cameron Keys, so he's forcing him to stay in the ring.
Sleazy C getting a few shots in on his former father figure. Kick right to the injured arm of Cameron Keast. That arm almost snapped last week by the mongrel Britt Jackson. You see he's got it taped up, showing the remnants of that match. The tag to Sleazy C, the powerhouse.
Cameron Keast, as you mentioned, brought up that injured arm, the remnants of the battle against the mongrel.
There's no way Cam's 100%.
Managed to pull, Jackson. Oh, I got something in my throat. Hold on.
Is that Matthias' voice still?
Yeah. I can't hold that up for long.
And there's the tag to Sean Christopher.
Cut off my point before I could even make it.
Sean, a house of fire.
The King of the Dead rolling all over everybody.
Meteora knee took Sleazy C down. There he is, bend over backwards. Got the stare at him.
Running splash in the corner. Drops him across the middle rope. Sean Christopher dives on Brandon Watley.
Right out here in front of us. And he's back to his feet, shoulder to Sleazy C. Rotation in. One-legged drop kick.
Single leg drop kick, folded him up. Christopher's calling for Dirty Pretty already.
Can he get it?
Oh, Damian Seratone acted like he was going to come up.
Pierce stops them dead in their tracks.
Boot right to the kidneys.
You know he loved that. He loved feeling that. Christian loves showing off when he shows up.
even better when he can get here on time.
Well, you know, he's like Jesus. He may not come when he called, but he's always on time.
Harley Haven, we saw her finally got all that cake cleaned off of her face.
Now Sean desperately has to make a tag. Silva's fired up. Silva wants that tag. Wants it so bad he can taste it. Like the melted ice cream cake all over the place. Big punches from Sleazy C.
Sleazy C loves that big right hand.
No one does it better.
Big kick in the corner.
Kick for your troubles and a clothesline for your finest wine. Sean has to make the tag.
Eric Silva has yet to get into this match.
It could be a good thing. Both men down. Santiago looking for a 10 count. That constitutes a tag. Silva in. Pierce in. Pierce down.
Chop to the throat. Nobody home. Up and over. Take the legs out.
And Bun goes
Silva
out.
and Watley. Silva counters. If anybody has a counter for those educated feet, it might be Eric Silva.
Straight kick to the chest.
Squashes him.
A lesser man would have been knocked out with that. Silva stalking him like a big cat.
This is Silva talking trash to Brandon Watley.
He has to turn around. He doesn't see who's behind him.
Silva laser focused on Watley.
Pushing him to the outside. Both men go tumbling out. Sean Christopher, he's going for the loaded gun suplex. Loaded gun complex on Sean Christopher. Sean Christopher's out.
Oh, Cameron Keast is in.
The Keast infection. And the stretch, he's got him.
He's got the Koji clutch.
Everybody hitting their favorite moves. Everybody hitting a finisher.
Born again Christian Garrett.
And we have to throw out the match. Interference by Born Again Christian Garrett after the loaded gun complex. I thought for sure Sleazy C was going to win this. And the Keast infection not enough to keep him down.
Your winners
Is he
of the
gonna
match
hug the
by
sun?
way of disqualification.
Hug the sun!
The team of Cameron Keast, Sean Christopher, and Eric the Ghost Silva.
Thank you, Justin. Justin on the microphone. Amethyst.
Pump kick to Sleazy C.
She has a little something for Born Again after the match this evening. A little retribution, maybe. Getting her in spot. Harley holding the feet. She stomped on her hands.
Christian Garrett not done with her.
Kick to the gut. Version of a twisting neck breaker by Amethyst. And Damien finally in the ring.
Champion of champions.
The Pretty Hate Machine. Atonement 2-on-1.
Uh-oh. Christian Pierce.
And Pierce and Amethyst have some bad blood going way back.
Pierce got his new girl, Roxanne, with him.
They wanted their 7 pounds of flesh. They got it. The Pretty Hate Machine, Atonement, standing tall in the ring by themselves.
It's the other guy.
Jefferson's out here, and he's taken out.
All hell is breaking loose out here.
Kamikaze taking out William with the briefcase. Ace Haven out here.
Ace Haven going to town on Kamikaze. Oh, in comes Bobcat.
Bobcat's out here. Double drop kick. High and low drop kick to Kamikaze. It is a fight. If there's any retaliation we have to see, Wicked Havoc next week. What will that have in store? Ladies and gentlemen, what did we just witness? Next week, Wicked Havoc for Matthias Darkthorn
and Wicked Nemesis. Now it's Silva and Watley at it.
This has been episode 653, Last Rites.
Next week is Wicked Havoc. Make sure you don't miss it. Eric Silva versus Brandon Watley for the ProSouth Championship.
Call your mom, your dad, your side chick, your side man. I feel like I'm taking mushrooms.
Oh, Watley
with a Pele to the back of the head. And our champion standing strong. We got to get out of here. We got to leave. Episode 653, Last Rites. They're still fighting.
They're right out in front of us. Fighting up the rampway.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Get him, brother. Hit him. Hit him back.
You've witnessed Last Rites, Wicked Havoc next week. Good night and good luck.
We're going to need it.
I'm out of breath.
Oh, it still hasn't.
Aiden's here. The stamp of approval on Watley. He's out.
Don't forget about me, Watley.
Said, don't forget about me.
Call your mom. Drink lots of water. Good night. Good luck.
Sean Christopher.
He is out. He may be busted open. We just witnessed war.
Damian Serotonin rolling up the sleeves after cracking Sean Christopher over the head with Roxanne.
This is what they want from you. They don't want you to join. You can admit one. But now, you look to the trees.
Somebody help him. This has gotten out of hand. This is uncalled for.
Ravenna Vane nowhere to be seen.
Those bastards.
Damian Serotonin has a dangerous look in his eye. I don't think he's quite done with him. Serotonin headed to the back, clearly looking for plunder. Meanwhile, Christian Pierce jaw-jacking, talking trash to Sean Christopher.
This has gone too far. This is too far. Oh, God. Oh, God, we're going to get demonetized.
What is that in his hand?
It's a crown of barbed wire. Not like this. Not like this.
He has.
Damn it, Damien! No.
He has a crown of barbed wire and a hammer in his head, in his hands,
and handcuffs.
He's handcuffing him. I'm not even saying words now. He's handcuffing him. There we go. Try it again. Double up on him. Making sure he's not breaking out.
There are kids here. This is a family show. They're going to crucify Sean Christopher. Edit this out.
They are handcuffing him up between the ropes, tying him up here.
For those with a weak heart, look away.
And all of you get to watch this. Watch your savior, Sean Christopher. This is what it feels like to atone, ladies and gentlemen.
Just stop it. Stop it. Good God, stop it.
Damien Serotonin repeating, what is a king without his crown?
He is hammering it onto his forehead, onto his head. Oh my God.
Hammering a crown of barbed wire into the forehead.
Where are your angels at, huh? Where are your angels to save you? Oh, Savior!
You can hear a pin drop in here right now. Jesus wept, and so did Sean Christopher.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wicked Havoc is next week. Damien Serotonin, Sean Christopher buried alive.
Demons to some, angels to others.
We'll see you next week.